Could GDOE Superintendent John Fernandez's termination be all a part of one big conspiracy to remove him from the running for a gubernatorial bid in the 2018 elections? That's what the governor's office seems to suggest. Here's more. Governor Eddie Calvo says he will not sit back and watch all of ousted Guam Department of Education Superintendent John Fernandez's work unravel. In a scathing letter he wrote to the 3 education board members he appointed, he called for their resignation. The 3 members are Ken Targaloff, Ryan Torres, and Charlene Concepcion, who, along with 3 other elected board members, voted to terminate Fernandez's contract last week. "I now greatly regret your appointments," the governor wrote. Governor's senior advisor, Troy Torres.
It's created instability. Obviously, there's a big uproar in the community. Thousands of students, parents, and teachers, and citizens in general are very upset about what has happened. There's been no transparency, no reasons provided. There seems to be due process rights that were violated, and so the governor won't have it. He wants their resignations today.
Although Torres acknowledges that the governor has not seen the contents of a report that the board based their decision on, Torres says some kind of explanation should be provided. The report was part of an investigation conducted by attorney Gary Gumatautau into complaints made by an 18-year-old JP Torres student of sexual harassment. But the result of the investigation focused on Title IX violations, which governs gender discrimination, bullying, retaliation, and sexual harassment. Do you think it's prudent on the governor's part to comment and to ask for these resignations, even though he hasn't seen what's in the report yet?
I think the governor's gone out on a limb because the process has been so skewed. We would actually know what's in the report if a bill of particulars had been done first, but it seems that we're catching up to that now. So that's where the governor is mainly concerned with John's due process rights being violated. Due process rights have been what has caused the government of Guam to pay out hundreds of thousands of dollars to individual people by Civil Service Commission.
Meanwhile, Torres says there is speculation that the reasons behind Fernandez's termination were politically motivated and all part of one huge conspiracy.
In ways that are very familiar right now with this John Fernandez situation and trying to sniper him out of being a potential enemy in perhaps the gubernatorial elections in 2018.
You alluded to a conspiracy of the 2018 elections. Do you mean to say that John Fernandez was poised or positioned to run in the 2018 elections?
We don't know, and this is the funny part is that, as I understand it, John's family is a Democratic family, so we're the last to be playing any politics here. Now we hear through the political grapevine that he could be a contender for this, that, or the other thing.
But who would be behind such a conspiracy? Torres suggests it could be Fernandez's predecessor, Senator Narissa Underwood.
She seems to have been the ringleader in the attempt to bring John Fernandez down.
But what do you think her motive would be?
I don't know. Adelup keeps saying, the media keeps saying, people keep saying that John Fernandez is the best superintendent. He had to clean up a whole lot of mess. Well, look who his predecessor was. Maybe comments like that can wear on a person.
Meanwhile, in response to Governor Calvo, Senator Underwood issued her own statement calling the governor's actions nothing but political interference. She says, quote, "We should all wait for the board to complete their process before rendering an assessment since, as the governor has noted, none of us know what is in the report of the investigation," end quote.